So today we want to talk about a very important topic, and it's about password management and password protection. In the last maybe 5 to 10 years, we've seen a lot of hacks coming by. There are plenty of examples where websites were hacked and database dumps were made, completely filled with usernames, passwords, the whole thing that when it comes to a user account, for example, for the website LinkedIn, other websites too. In order to make sure that you are prepared and that you are working more secure, we wanted to share some tips with you today, because we hope that with our tips that you will be more secure and you will try to adjust your habits because that's it mostly, to start working securely. So let's dive into the tips that we have for you. Ecom Academy's password tips for you. So the first tip would be store passwords in a digital vault. Of course, there are also normal vaults, which are still used today. For example, in organizations where, for example, the IT department keeps the most important user account info for the administrator for the whole domain in a vault, a physical vault. But you also have digital vaults, which are also called password management tools. And we can give you a great tip right away. For ourselves, we use Roboform, and it's a great password tool. We will show you a demo later in this video. And if you would like to try Roboform for free, you can you can click on the link that we put up in the video description below. You can try Roboform for free, and if you would decide to purchase Roboform, please use the link that we provided to you in the description below the video, because with every click on the link we will receive a little commission, and that commission helps us to keep making free video tutorials and video courses for you, and write awesome content like blogs and that sort of stuff. So next tip would be use a password generator to generate strong passwords. Now usually a password vault has a password generator in it, or you can use the website to generate passwords. The website of the password vault, or the password management solution. Usually there's some option to generate strong passwords with a number of characters. For example, you take 8 characters minimum, or you take, for example, 24 characters, which will be, if you would use that, the passwords would be hard to guess or to crack. And imagine if you would go up to 40 characters. For example, if you would have a password with 40 characters, which is numeric, special symbols, for example. Well, if you would have 40 characters with all those types of characters in a password, it's very hard to guess. Actually, you can guess it, and it's also hard to crack, because there are password crackers out there, and hackers are using password crackers to brute force passwords for accounts. So that's actually something that is very real, and this happens. This happens in real life. So be prepared and use a password generator to generate strong passwords that you either cannot guess and cannot crack. So next tip: use as many different passwords as possible. Preferably a different password per service or per website. So I guess me used to be like that, but maybe a lot of people, I'm guessing they have one password they can remember, and they use it for everything. Everything. So like Facebook, LinkedIn, mail, Gmail, whatever. What else? To DMV records, maybe to log into your into your personal account for IRS and that sort of stuff, government accounts. So basically, we're saying here, if you would use one password, you're extremely vulnerable. And if you would look up the words, the phrase, "Have I been pwned?" You will come across a website where you can actually search the database with your email address and see if you got hacked. Because after the hack of LinkedIn, which is already maybe 3-4 years ago, I think, "Have I been pwned" was very helpful, because you could check there if your account was breached by putting in your email address and checking on that website if your account was breached or not. That website is used to so you can find out if your account got hacked, and if so, it would as a result it would show you. And if it was breached, then at least you know that in one place, like for example LinkedIn, you would have to change your password. And if you use the same password in 10 other services or websites or applications, you already know what to do, right? You have to change every password of that service, website, or application that you use. So our tip is actually use a different password each time. And with a password vault that has a password generator in it, it becomes very easy, because every time you make a new account, you will put it in your password vault, use the generator to generate a password, and then store it into your vault, into your password management tool. Every time you want to log into a service or website or application, you just open your password management vault tool and look up that account, and you can copy the username and the password very easily into the right fields, and you can log on very quickly. It's just a matter of getting used to this kind of procedure of working secure. But I can tell you, if you've been doing this for just a month, for example, you really get used to it. For me, it almost took 1 month or a little bit more to really get used to use a password vault. And I tell you right now, I wouldn't want it anymore else. I wouldn't want it any different, because here's a funny story. I told someone at a former employer one time, I was going on vacation to the US, and I said, if they would stop me at the border and they would ask for my password for Facebook, then I would say, then I would have to say, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I have to look it up. And that's a nice thing for with password vaults or password management tools. They also have in most cases they also have an application for your mobile device, so you can install it there too, and you can easily look up your password and your username. So that was kind of a little bit of a joke in the meantime. Last tip. Consider your password as your bank card and the PIN code that you got with that. And basically, like the bank says to you, if you got a bank card or you have a bank card or credit card, you have a PIN code with that bank card or credit card. Don't ever give it away. Same goes for your password and your username. Actually, username too. Don't ever give it away, because social engineering is a thing. Social engineering is a technique of attackers, who are trying to get your password, for example, just by talking to you, asking some questions. You would think like, oh, these are normal questions, and like what kind of dog do you have, or do you have a dog or cat? And you would say, oh, I have a dog. And oh, what kind of dog? Oh, it's a German Shepherd. Oh, and is it a he or she? It's a he. What's his name? Oh, his name is Spike. Okay. And at the end, there's even a video on it on YouTube. You can look it up. I think it's like guessing someone's password or something like that. You can find it probably, or social engineering, guessing password. And these people are interviewing. They are interviewing people on the street, and they ask a bunch of random questions. And then at one point they say, your password that you use, is it this and this? And they say, hey, yeah, how did you know? And just by most people, they use something they can remember. So that actually goes back to our second tip right there. Use a password generator. So you don't have to use a password that you can remember. And be careful with people who seem to be asking you random questions, but actually are not, and they are trying to figure out what your password is. So be careful with people who are trying to lure you into the trap of giving your password away with common questions. And also, don't ever give your password away, even if someone says, I'm from support, for example. So that's one example. Now it's time for the demo. We're gonna show you Roboform, how you can install it, how you can use the extensions for your browsers, and how you can use the Roboform application yourself, so you can start using a password management tool and start enjoying all the benefits of what a password management tool can do for you. So first thing we're going to do is download the Roboform application, and we can do that by clicking on Get Roboform Free. Then this window pops up, and I will choose for save file, and you can see the progress right here pretty fast, so only takes a couple seconds and it's in. And then you can start the setup by clicking on this, and it will open the setup program. And then you can click on yes to accept the changes to the system. And that's the start of the installation of Roboform. So at the first screen you can select your language. I will keep it at English, and you can click here to show advanced options later on, and then you can click next. So this is browser integration. Roboform can integrate with your browser if you would like, so it would make it easier to capture passwords and save them. I will leave these boxes checked because that's a pretty handy feature. So this checkbox right here is to fill and save forms in Windows application. I will leave this checked too because that's also pretty handy. And then I click next. So this is the folder where the Roboform setup will save all the files. And for me this is perfectly okay, otherwise you could change it if you would like to change it by clicking here on change. For now I'm going to click install. And first it's going to close the applications. Okay, so I have to close these windows. I click on install. So next thing is going to ask you if you have an account already. If not, you can create one. And we can create an account right here. So once you installed Roboform, you can start it up by clicking start, and then search for Roboform editor, and by clicking Roboform editor you will start up the application. You will have to log in with your email address and your master password. I already did it, so you will see the application already right here while I'm logged in. And over here on the left side you will have the menu, and you can see you can make logins right here. You can make bookmarks, applications, so you could save passwords for applications. You can save identities here. You can save contacts, save notes. This is probably a button where you will see all entries in the whole application. Here you can click to see what you shared with someone else, for example. And this is a very nice feature. This is a security center, and here this tab will display all things. If there would be if there will be some findings, you would see it here. And basically what it's looking for, security center is looking for reused passwords. So for example, if you have two different accounts and you use the same password, it will come up here. And here you can see if there would be any duplicate passwords. So that's a very nice feature. I'm going to walk you through pretty much everything here on the left side, and we're going to start with login. So if you would click on plus, you see a helpful message how you can create a login. So how do you do that? You create a new login simply by navigating to a website, enter your username and password, and submit login. Roboform will then offer you to save a new login for the website. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So if you would like to use the login saving option, you would have to install the add-on for the browser that you have. For example, I'm using Firefox, and if you would look on Google or you type in this address right here, You will see the extension for Firefox for Roboform, and it's easily to add it to Firefox by clicking this button right here. And you can say you want to add the extension, and it's already added to Firefox, as you can see. So we have the extension already right here. You can see with the robot icon right here. And if you would click on it, you can see a little bit of information right there. This is about privacy. That's okay. Click on continue. Okay, you have to consent to that. That's okay. And then you click on continue, and now you can use the Roboform extension right here. So if you would go to a website and you would log in there, you could basically click here and select login new. That's what you can do. To show you, for example, this is also available for Chrome. This is the address right here, so you can type it over if you would see this video. But if you would look on Google and search for Roboform Password Manager extension for Chrome, you will also find this page right here. And if you would be on Chrome, it's very easy to add it as an extension. Just click on the button available on Chrome, and at some point you will be able to add this as an extension to your Chrome browser. So let's test the login option for Roboform. We will type in username, so we will make up one. For example, Ecom Academy. Let's do that. So I would click on join, and here you see the Roboform pop-up coming up, and it says do you want Roboform to save your password? The name of the website is Pixabay, and then the only thing you have to do is click here on save. Your login has been saved, Pixabay. Then you click on close, and if you would click on the icon right here, you can see that Pixabay is indeed added to the list of logins right here. So that's pretty awesome, right? So we turn back to the application Roboform, and as you saw in the browser, we saved the login for Pixabay. And you can also see, you can also see it right here in the application itself. It updated itself very quickly, so it was synchronized quickly. And every login that you will do by browser and you would save it, it will appear here. So that's how easy it works, right? So you can do bookmarks. Now you can create a new bookmark, open the browser, simply click the save button on the Roboform toolbar, and then Roboform will offer to save a new bookmark for the site. Okay, we're not going to dive into that too deep right now. So applications, this is also very easy to do actually, because once you open an application in Windows, and you have to type in your username and password, there will be a pop-up coming up from Roboform with the question if you would want to save your login, and if you would agree to that, it will save your login, and it will appear in this list right here, just like the logins that you see here. So here you can add identities if you would like to. For example, my name is Richard, so I type in Richard and I click OK. And here you can, if you would click the plus like I did, you can insert a lot of information, as you can see right here. Your first name, job title, phone, yeah, all birth date, all those sort of things. You can enter them right here. This is about business, so you could, if you would have your own business, you can put the information right here, like your company name, department, toll-free phone, website, registration number, registration place, VAT number, all those kind of things that really ties to a business. You can put it right here. So this is very interesting. This is an option to save your password details. So you could click on international, for example. Now you can put in your passport number right here, your passport issuing place, the passport issuing date, expiration date, even a note here. And this could be handy, you know, if you would, for example, if you are traveling and you lost your passport, and yeah, you have to tell police what kind of passport number you have, issuance date, place, all that sort of data that you will be asked to provide. If you would have it in this application right here and save it here, you will always have it with you on your phone, for example. And in the unlikely event that you would lose your passport or your ID card or whatever, you still have all the details, and you can file a police report easily, right? So this could be a handy feature if you would like to use it. So here you can save up your address, your credit card details, your bank account details, car details, even license plate, make, model, year, VIN registration number. And this is custom, so you can also add some custom information right here. So we go back, or we go a lot further to contacts, and then we click on plus. For example, I type in neighbor, and I click on OK. It's basically almost the same as when you would create an identity. So over here you can fill in person details right here, business details if that person would have a business, and of course address details right here. Now let's go to save notes. If you click on plus, you will add a new save note, or you're going to create one. So let's call this one a test note, and then click on OK. So basically what this does is you can type in a bunch of text right here, and like for example, this is a test to test out save notes with Roboform. So if you would leave it like that, it will be saved in the application Roboform. And I can show you how that works because it's done automatically. See, the note is saved into the application, and these are secure save notes, so they will only be visible to you, and only in this application Roboform. So every note that you will put in here is only visible by you, and always is secured. This is always secure communication over the internet. So this is indeed the button to display all the items in your Roboform application. So you can see I have one login here, I have one identity set up, I have one contact, and I have one secure note or save note. So over here you can let's try that out. For example, I would have one login, and I click sharing. So what I can do is I can share this password with someone else by just adding a recipient right here. And this works by filling in an email address and then click on add. And you would add someone for sharing this password. And when you do share a password, it will be shown in here. So this is the list where it will be displayed what you are sharing with someone else. So over here we have Security Center, all passwords. Well, currently we have one. Reused and complete duplicates. And that's the walkthrough through Roboform. So here's a menu where you can create new folders, new save notes, new identities, new logins, for example. View sync to synchronize the vault. You can also print logins. You can import passwords from another password manager, for example. And that's pretty much it. So today we showed you why it's important to do password management, to keep your passwords in a password vault, which is safe. And we showed you a very good password vault or password management application called Roboform. And if you've seen how easy Roboform works, from installing to actually using it, installing extensions in Chrome browser or Firefox. It's all very easy. We've shown you. And if you are like, hey, I want to try it for myself, you can try Roboform for free on the website. And you can click on the link in the video description below to try out Roboform. That's absolutely free. You can test it for free. And by clicking the link in the video description, we will receive a little commission for that. And we hope you click that link, so we are still able to make free courses for you and provide free courses to you in the future. And we can make free courses and put them on YouTube for you to see. So if you are like, hey, this is awesome, I want to try it, please click the link in the video description below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you think we are totally awesome, please click the subscription bell and you will be notified each time we have a new video coming out. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you will learn something from us, and that you are going to use a password management tool and to be more secure.